Firstly, thank you for these incredible and overwhelming messages of support. We're very fortunate, I suppose, that this is happening at a time where we know that the law has become a kind of weapon. And I'm speaking particularly to those of you that are watching this in the UK. How do you feel about your legal system right now?
God bless the United States.
If I were casting a cult leader for a movie, I'd go with him. No doubt. The charisma? Yep. The language? Yep. The ability to talk for 12 minutes without saying anything at all? Perfect score. But let's take a moment to talk about how he defends himself against assault allegations.
Firstly, thank you for these incredible and overwhelming messages of support. We're very fortunate, in a way, to live in a time where there's so little trust in the British government. We're very fortunate, I suppose, that this is happening at a time where we know that the law has become a kind of weapon.
So let us just see what was reported by the BBC and the AP News. British police on Friday charged Russell Brand with rape and sexual assault, following an 18-month investigation sparked when 4 women alleged they had been assaulted by the controversial comedian. London's Metropolitan Police Force said Brand, 50 years old, faces 1 count of rape, 1 of indecent assault, 1 of oral rape, and 2 of sexual assault. Brand denied engaging in non-consensual sexual activity, so let's see where this is heading. But he's not making himself look very good on Twitter.
Firstly, thank you for these incredible and overwhelming messages of support.
Excuse me, what on earth are you doing? You open by thanking people for their support, like you've just been booted off Strictly Come Dancing, not as someone facing serious assault allegations, and then you invoke public distrust in the British government as some kind of moral shield? No, Russell, this isn't a Twitter thread. These are real people, real accusations, and you're responding like it's a conspiracy sermon for your subscribers. We're lucky people don't trust the authorities? What are you actually saying? That the legal system doesn't apply to you because you're big on YouTube? That assault is less serious if people dislike Westminster more than you? Come back when you've got something resembling a real explanation, not a philosophical smoke bomb.
To be used against people, institutions, and sometimes entire nations that will not accept and tolerate levels of corruption that are unprecedented. I'm speaking particularly to those of you that are watching this in the UK. How do you feel about your legal system right now? How do you feel about some of the high-profile cases that are not being pursued and prosecuted? How do you feel that the Southport murders were handled? How do you feel about the government of Keir Starmer?
What are you doing, mate? You're accused of sexual assault, not leading a tribunal against British justice. Sit down. You don't get to critique legal institutions mid-investigation into your own behavior. That's not bravery. That's deflection dressed up as revolution. Southport murders? Keir Starmer? Seriously, who handed you this script?
I've always told you guys that when I was young and single, before I had my wife and family, who were just out of shot over there, my beautiful children, I was a fool, man. I was a fool before I lived in the light of the Lord. I was a drug addict, a sex addict, and an imbecile. But what I never was a rapist. I've never engaged in non-consensual activity. I pray that you can see that by looking in my eyes.
Ah, religion, of course. The last refuge of the powerful when accountability knocks. Look into my eyes? How many takes did that line need? You're not auditioning for absolution, mate. You're under investigation.
Not in a very good position. God bless the United States.